What's good, YouTube? And welcome to a weird, wild roller coaster ride of a market watch like never before. So many crazy buyouts that have me scratching my head like, what are you doing? Others I'm shaking my head at. And I've got to say it's in part due to bonus bucks back. And I want to sit back and actually discuss this sale because Black Friday left a very sour taste in the community's mouth from Black Friday and Cyber Monday being subscriber locked. It was bad for sellers. I talked to some sellers who were like, yeah, I expected like maybe better sales. I listed twice as much stuff as before and I got the same sales as last year and I was doing deals. So with this one, it feels like TCGplayer has heard community feedback and created a sale like never before. If you're not a subscriber, you get a substantial 8% bonus bucks back on your purchase. But if you are a subscriber, you get a little multiplier on your usual subscription-based give back, and it's 10 to 13% bonus bucks back depending on how long you've been subscribed. I really like this approach. You have something for everybody where you can evaluate if the subscription is worth it to you on your purchase and still get something back as a long-time TCGplayer, customer. But if you are a subscriber, you get something extra and bonus. This is exactly how this kind of sale should go. And now I can proudly say, use that TCGplayer link in the description down below, costing you nothing extra to support the channel directly for the cards you'd already be buying. And before we get to the cards, John, I want to shout out Head-to-Head Battles. They have this really cute Moki plush, and while everybody's dropping a Moki plush right now, it sets itself aside with that Moochie look. I like this over Moopreem a lot. Moochie, I stand this one, and it's got the little watch, the bag, the different colored question mark, and they have a little bit of a sale where code What's Good 5 for 5% off and to support the channel directly will stack on top of that discount. And I want to say, I love the work that Jin's been doing lately. This Star Buckaroo's Tearlament combo, it looks nice upcoming. Also, Tapio cards pleasing my inner edgelord with this Death Note binder. I don't know why this hasn't been done more before. It's really a simplistic take, and it looks great. Code What's Good 5 for 5% off and to support the channel directly will work on this, and they've even done some fun stuff with the inside here morphing jars up there. I like it. And they do have the snack bundle up still with the Field Center for just $45 for that plush that looks amazing. Code What's Good 5 for 5% off and to support the channel directly will work. Now let's get to the cards, and there's some weird ones. Now, again, it's not what you would expect. Looking through here, Fenrir's where it's been at. A lot of people were saying, oh, Unicorn's going to sell out here for the future meta. Oh, it's going to get so good. Yet the entire front page here is under $20 with bonus bucks back for everybody. People aren't clamoring or going too crazy for the meta cards. We're still in that chilly winter market, but you would think people might start to prepare a little bit earlier. But you got those ban list fears, people scared of how our Nationals ban list might look like. I think that the Kashtira would be a little bit safe, but who knows? People definitely not stampeding towards the meta. Instead, it's stuff like, look, I know Charlie did a video, Moist Critical, hyped up Red Eyes, and I truly do think that's why this spiked. Let me know if you think there's another reason. Like, it's been consistently all over the place. Once upon a time, it was worth a lot more, but here it is spiking on up and quickly $20 on the front page for the Super Black Metal Dragon. But when you have a YouTuber with millions of viewers kind of looking at him play Yu-Gi-Oh! And enjoy it with Red Eyes, I truly do think that's why this bumped up. Gishki has future support. I believe that's Photon Hypernova, and you do see Gishki Abyss getting bought out for both its Super and its DT. This is what I understand a little bit more. Gishki's very storied, it's been on the ban list, people are excited, hand loop, yep, but also other ways to play, of course, and this one's completely gone. You also have Gishki's Shadow DT getting bought out to a large extent. You do have a Super reprint from the Secret Forces for this one, unlike Gishki Abyss, where it only has its 2 printings, so it's a bit cheaper right now. People aren't on full buyout mode on it or anything. But Gishki Zeal Gigas, I didn't want to murder that, is up for its DT and past what its market price is, where the lowest are around $17. A lot of DT buyouts. I don't necessarily respect DT buyouts. They often fall out, but when they're in a metagame or actively being used, they do tend to stick up a bit. And you have the Secret Rare also versus its price yeah, it's kind of up there, $6-7, and you can see it was being bought for more on the first edition a bit ago. But Gishki right now seems like stonks for people. Instant Contact is going up. Heroes always get looked up and looked at, even casually, and so it is going up despite us having an unlimited printing, and you can even see the unlimited printed graph start to go up. I don't know where the hype is coming from on this. I kind of respect it, but at the same time, I don't think it's actually going to play out in the metagame. Let me know what you think about this. Is it just hero players being hero players? Hope Harbinger Gold Rare. Who would have thought a Gold Rare buyout when you have access to Ultras is going. And I do think it's one of the best looking gold rares. A lot of people still wanted an option and not gold for the longest, and you do have ultra rares, but the ultras are starting to go up. A penny stonk I called a while back, but at $12 for the most part, this card is really starting to skyrocket for that version. And when you look at the ultras, they are running lower on quantities. An amazing card. Oh, it's an ultra and the super, my bad, the special edition. But in the super rare is also running out of quantities. The beginning of the end. Dark Worlds have enough bricks. In my mind, people in the Discord were confidently saying, oh, you can resolve this with the greatest of ease. You want starters and extenders, and while this is a superior extender, it's terrible to often see early in your hand and then can't be played later. And if you get hand trapped early, like Dark Worlds can hold a bunch of bricks, and you really need a lot to go through in order for this to stack. But it does seem to be for Dark World players, and maybe I'm just wrong there. Let me know. But Shades of Billy Break, he won with this, of course, in his 60 card deck, and the ultimate rare's up, the ultra rare's up ridiculously, and every single version of this seems to be going pretty low in quantities. Security Dragon we covered when it went from, low to $3. Now it's spiking up to where it's pretty much all gone here, and that's another Dark World tech. A bit understandable, but Messenger of Peace Spell Ruler. It's bought out ridiculously. Why not Magic Ruler? What about Spell Ruler? Like Mahaviola, Magic Ruler is spiking, but then you have Spell Ruler over here. It's just crazy to me. And you do see one here actually listed reasonably before it is up towards $10, which is just a bit ridiculous. I actually didn't know there was a Duelist League version of this, or blocked it out of my mind till this, and I have very fond memories because I was actually a burn player during GOAT. It was my first ever regional top with the decks, and it's just funny to see this card. Like, it's been in so many different iterations. It feels like casual bait to a degree, but also does have a bit of a competitive history. I played it in Watts too, I think, during Fire for Fist Mermail format. Look, sometimes I have my inner casual scrub leak out. I went 6-3 at YCS Jersey. Alright, we have here Michizuri, which Ultra Rare is getting bought out, which I guess might be a hot speed duel tech, but you have another speed duel version that is a common. Nobody wants to play common, and then it honestly doesn't have the most printings out there, but Pharaoh Servant got unlimited, waived, and multiple legendary collections which have been massed open, so it still remains cheap in the regular formats. It does have a nice DT, but yeah, speed duel format holographic going up here. Man-eating Black Shark. Just tell me what this is for. Ready Fusion, I would suppose, but in what? Why is this happening? What are you doing with the vanilla fusions again? I thought we went through this as a community. They reprinted a ton, and this is one of the OG meme ones, but why? What is it being played in? And here's one that I can understand a bit more. Sky Strikers are getting more and more and more continuous support in the future announced. Now, not all of it is bangers or great, but seeing that it's continuing 4 more years of Sky Strikers, it is continuously going up, but here it is on buyout mode, where a lot of the lower ones are foreign or people that don't have the most feedback, and it quickly is up on the front page to $275. But again, here's some at $250, and it is, headed up that direction. Kind of crazy. Also, Ultimate Ray has lower quantities than it has had in pretty much its life. You only have the 3 pages, and it's starting to go quickly up on this front page. I think this one was inevitable as it fell out, but then less and less OTS 20 is going to be there, and then OTS 20 is going to be replaced. People would begin to eat this one up, and you play 3 of this usually in Sky Strikers, right? So this card getting bought out, not that weird to me, but it's starting, so be aware of that. And also Rose, baby bumping back up in price. It's quickly $330 here on the front page versus that market price of $300, and does have a sale at that 10% bump. The final thing I actually wanted to bring up is Maven's going down in price if you're shopping bonus bucks back. Like, it bumped up there towards 112 and is kind of simmered. Now, sealed product, it could be just bad right now. A lot of sealed has been falling out, but I think Maven's, in terms of Yu-Gi-Oh's history, will be really fondly remembered. There's 18 different chases where they improved Pharaoh's rares as a whole, and I think that this as a reprint set will do well for itself. When we look at all the reprint sets that are successful long-term and don't offer that much, it's got staples inside, it's got real legacy cards in a unique rarity that was remastered, and I do think this will do good long-term, even if there's not the most value right now at the top end of it versus how reprint sets would short things and it would be $30. Well, the shorts in here were really sporadic and awesome of Konami to do, at least over here in the US. Sorry, EU, I know you paid a bit more for your Shizu cards, but when it comes to this, it's a really great set, and I do think that it will probably age well for the most part. So getting it sealed, I do like the prospect of it, but I'm not a financial advisor. I don't know the future of card prices. I don't know where product will go, and Konami has shown they can just unlimited wave a product like Power of the Elements, which they just did. So they have enough nice card stock to be doing that. Do keep that into consideration with sealed, as a lot of people are running from going towards sealed investing and trying to get out of sealed. It's interesting to see this one chilling out after it got its hype. Let me know what you think in the comment sections down below about this one. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the conversation. And I do think sealed's in a weird place, but I definitely do like Mama, and I do think that they'll probably try to do a second iteration after its success. They're looking at product, revamping a ton of things, like they just did away with the duelist packs. So for a home run, it would be very weird for them to move away from it, even if it's chilling out a little right now.